Lord, this is Nick G454N.
Mike D3213 here.
From We Are Sports Gaming. Look, today's the 2020 NFL Draft cornerback prospects. Mike, take it away with Jeff Okudah.
All right. Jeff Okudah, 6'1", 205 from Ohio State. He is by far the best cornerback in this draft. He ran a 4.48 40. By far the best coverage cornerback in this draft. It's not even close. He is head and shoulders above everybody else, and that's why he's going to probably be the third pick and be a Lion.
All right, look. 6'1", 205, like you mentioned. Look, man coverage is spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely spot on. A little bit slower than anyone would have liked. I mean, a 4.48 is not really a time you want to see your top prospect cornerback running. B- I gave him for press coverage. Runs decent press. Very good at finding the ball and getting it. Good at deflecting it. He's good tackling, too. That's another thing I want to mention. Very flexible. Good at cutting in front of routes and picking them off. And again, the thing I question him is he does, it seems like a lot on downfield, big, deep passes. It seems like he gets a little too touchy. I've seen him get some flags against him before going on the deep ball because he doesn't have that breakaway speed to keep up with some of the elite receivers. But a very good vertical, too. He can make up for it sometimes by jumping up and going and getting the ball.
And another one of his problems is he struggles to get off run blocks. He struggles to get off the run block to make the tackle. That could hurt him in the NFL, so that's definitely something he needs to work on.
All right, the next one, let's go to Christian Fulton.
Christian Fulton, 6', 197 from LSU. He is a press coverage. He is a man press linebacker. Cornerback.
Corner.
His closeout ability is among the best. But he draws some questions because he was suspended in the 2017 season. But overall, he's a good man coverage cornerback, and I think he's going to be solid for an NFL team.
Look, Christian Fulton played good. Plays pretty damn hard to me. Yeah. I mean, he's a little bit slower than He's faster. Sorry, ran 0.02 faster than Okudah. I got that messed up.
Yeah, we're a little slow. We're looking at a lot of notes at once, so just deal with it.
Look, man coverage, they say he excels in press man coverage. He's not bad. I also saw him play a lot of zone coverage. I like him better in zone coverage personally. Made a lot of plays in zone.
Needs to improve his strength. He's a little weak, so he needs to get stronger.
Yep. He deflects a lot of passes. His tackling's a little bit, a little bit worse than Okudah, but not terrible. Lays the wood though. Definitely has a nice hit stick. Look, not as flexible as Okudah. Not as great as cutting routes. I think he's a little bit better on the deep ball. He's a little bit faster, as I mentioned before. Look, this is a guy that he's not the same as Okudah, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's a very good cornerback in this league as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. C.J. Henderson.
All right, C.J. Henderson is 6'1", 204. He's got the perfect size for an elite NFL cornerback and speed. I believe, what did he run, a 4.39?
4.39, absolutely, yep.
Yeah, he's crazy fast. He's got a great mirroring technique. Doesn't panic because he can recover if he gets beat because he's so fast. I like him coming out of Florida. I think he's going to be a good corner. But he played better in 2018 and 2019, which could be concerning. But he just needs to work hard and come ready.
Yeah, I mean, again, when I looked at C.J. Henderson, his speed's phenomenal.
Yeah, he
recovers a lot.
Extremely fast.
To me, he looks like he's really good and better in man coverage than he is in zone coverage. Like a little bit the complete opposite to me of Fulton. I know Fulton's good at press coverage, but his man coverage, once it got to the covering part, was a little bit weaker than his zone. Opposite goes for C.J. Henderson. He seems better man than zone. His press coverage is not the greatest, but it's still up there. He reminds me of Okudah on the press coverage. Ball hawking, not really. I mean, he'll get a few. Gets a lot of deflections. Tackling's pretty damn good. Again, he can lay the wood better than almost anybody I'm going to mention. There's a few more guys down the list I'm going to mention that are pretty good. Pretty damn flexible. Decent at cutting routes. Deep ball's a little bit, although, again, he's fast. It's a little bit concerning. He gets beat sometimes downfield. I think it's because of his coverage skills. Again, a really nice, good pick. Raw prospect. Needs to get a little bit better covering downfield. And I think it'll be pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Again, like you said, though, his tackling is a little bit concerning.
Tackling is concerning, but he is crazy fast. He just needs to get with a
He
coach,
is.
and he needs to work with him.
Absolutely. As we go on to the next one, Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs, 6'1", 205. He did not run a 40, I believe, right?
No.
But on tape, he did look fast to me. He's the brother of Stephon Diggs. Very athletic.
Yep.
And quick. Excels well in coverage. The only problem is sometimes he's over aggressive. So like he will go try to make a play and get beat. Which I mean, I have no problem with that. You're working your ass off trying to make a play. He just can't make a habit of it. He's a hard worker. I think he could be also successful in this league, coming out of Nick Saban's system.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said before, here's the thing, right? Look, he is 6'1", 205.
Yeah.
Right. His speed is a little bit on the slower end. Like this guy's going to match up with a lot of most likely the bigger receivers. From what I was seeing, he's not. He is actually, in my opinion, the slowest cornerback that we're going to mention.
We really don't know how fast he is. He doesn't look slow.
We don't know.
He does not look.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Like he gets
burned. Yeah. The reason why I got him listed as the slowest, because from what I saw, he did look a little slow. He looked like he was covering against bigger receivers, and B, he didn't run a 40 for a reason, most likely. I mean, I could be totally
wrong.
He's
an aggressive guy. That's why they match him up against the big receivers.
Yeah, and look, the thing with him that scared me is he did get beat a little, like, not by much. The thing with him is he did get beat on some deep balls. I saw him not get burned, but he still had himself in position, but he was reaching up and tipping balls away in the last second. I mean, fingertip, like right here is tipping the ball away. He's very athletic, can get to the ball. Deflections, like I said, are absolutely incredible. Has great flexibility. Cutting routes are iffy. His deep route, like I said, is iffy. I think he's a little bit slower, but he can get his hands on the ball.
He might be slower. I was referring to he plays with quickness. I don't know how fast of a runner he is. He plays aggressive.
Yeah.
So it's all you can ask for.
Yeah, no, again, like I said, he's going to be a guy lined up against a lot of bigger receivers, but the thing with him is he gets a lot of deflections. He can, while the receivers are high pointing, he can tip it away. Very good cornerback at deflecting passes. I just question his speed. They're going to have to match him up against some slower receivers. As we go on to the next one, Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall, University of Virginia, 6'1", 202. He can play press coverage. He's and he also excels very well in zone coverage. But he has an injury history. He missed the first half of his senior season because of an injury. Deep speed could be concerned. He gets tired as a longer route is going. And can be handsy at times. He can draw some flags. He's kind of raw, but I think if you work with him, he could end up being a decent player because he can do both play zone and play a little bit of man as well. Yeah,
look, here we go again. Bryce Hall, I watched him like crazy. I turned on him like, all right, just another guy, right? I was like, once you get down the list, you just start to get tired. And again, this is where he ranked on the list that I have, right? And that doesn't mean we rank him this way. But look, I turned him on like, all right, here we go. He actually really impressed me. I got him ranked as better zone coverage than man coverage.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's a better zone coverage guy
but
he can do it both.
He can play press.
Yeah,
surprisingly,
Yep.
I didn't think that this guy was going to be able to do it. Ball hawking, he's not going to get a lot of interceptions according to what I got listed down. Made some decent deflections. Really amazing to me. I don't know what everyone says. I really, truly don't. But look, one thing I like about this guy, when I turned on his film, he could lay a hit. Out of I know I've been saying this like crazy. He could tackle well and he can hit well. That's something I like about him. Decent flexibility, not really where you want to see it. Good at cutting routes and good with his deep route running. Like you said before, I think you said that he has longer arms, very lengthy. I do not believe he ran a 40. But look, this is a guy, like I said, you can put into a system. Let's see what he can do. Long, lengthy, and again, he excels in man, zone, and press coverage. I'm really excited to see what he can do.
He just needs to guard the deeper routes better. He seems like he gets run past at times.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to the next one now. Jeff Gladney.
Jeff Gladney, TCU, 5'10", 191, one of the smaller guys. And that's ultimately his weakness. They say he may not be big enough to play on the outside in the NFL. Needs to add weight, get stronger. But he plays with heart. He plays hustle. And this is one of the guys that is willing to go tackle a running back in the backfield. A lot of these cornerbacks do not do that well. He excels in doing that.
Yeah. Look, like I said, a smaller guy, right away, for me, raises concerns. Is I like him as big as they get. I truly do. I mean, 6'1", I'm a big fan of. 5'10", again, doesn't mean anything. Does not mean anything. I just prefer me being if I'm a GM, I like to get a bigger, lengthier corner. 5'10", 191. Look, his speed looked average like everyone else's on this list. Man coverage seemed okay. I think he really excelled in with zone coverage. I rated him an A- in zone. Looked phenomenal in zone. Made a lot of his big plays in zone. Press coverage below average on this compared to everyone on this list. I got his press is the worst on this list. Ball hawking, I got as the worst on this list.
I mean, those small guys get blown past. He's small. He's not the strongest guy. He can't be bumping and running. He's just going to get run over.
I agree. Ball hawking, like I said, deflections, though, is insane. He does have a lot of deflections. Good tackler, like you said. Good tackler. He can hit a little bit, too.
He can tackle.
Great flexibility. And he cuts routes pretty decently. And the deep ball, is iffy again. Ran a 4.48. A little bit, I mean, being 5'10", again, I would want you to be faster than a 4.48. That's the same as Okuda, who's 2 inches taller. I know that doesn't mean much, but it's something to look into. And he doesn't have the highest vertical in this draft. Some questions for me, but not too much. Again, if you run a zone system, this may be your guy, to be honest with you. As we go on to the last guy, who honestly, I think you and me both have pretty high on our list.
Climbing up the draft boards.
Yeah, let's go to A.J. Terrell.
A.J. Terrell from Clemson. He is 6'1", 195. He is my second favorite cornerback in this draft behind Okuda. I'm saying that right now. I think he's going to be the best other than Okuda. He ran a 4.42 at the combine, and his speed does show up on the tape. He's long, prototypical athletic corner. He excels in press coverage. Good man coverage guy. Isn't known much for his zone coverage. Like, I'm sure he could do it, but that's not what he's known for. He is known as I'll lock you up corner, and that's the type of cornerback I personally like. This is my second favorite corner coming out of this draft. He's going to succeed in the NFL, mark my words. A.J. Terrell.
Look, A.J. Terrell, his speed looks phenomenal, like we said. That's a long, lengthy cornerback. Again, for my Raiders at number 19, this may be the way to go.
If you guys get him, it's a hell of a draft. Hell of a pick.
Yeah, look, there is 3 cornerbacks. Let me talk about Terrell, and then we'll just go back and cover this. Good at man, good at zone, good at press. Give him B's across the board. Yeah, really, I mean, all across the board, B and B pluses.
They got to use him to his strengths in the NFL. They got to use him as a man coverage quarterback.
The only thing I get a little nervous about is, to be honest with you, a little bit his deep coverage gets a little iffy. I don't know what it is. It looks like he gets a little iffy.
Doesn't play against the run well either. He needs to play better against the run.
Yeah, and the most concerning thing about me was something actually in the combine. Not his 40, but his vertical was the worst out of everybody. And again, that's just being nitpicky.
Yeah, but it doesn't. At the end of the day,
being tall, being fast, you kind of want to be able to jump.
If he sticks with him, he's not going to need to.
Yeah, no, exactly. And he has speed. I mean, he definitely has speed.
Yeah.
Look, looking at these cornerbacks, if I had to rank them, unfortunately, I didn't do my big board here, but I'm going to go, man, it's tough. Okuda, of course, won. I mean, that's what everyone's saying.
How many are you ranking? 3? How many are you going to rank? 1 through 5?
Let's rank 4. 4.
All right, so you go Okuda 1. I'm also going Okuda 1.
2 is Mike. The next 3, the 4. Look, to me, it's Okuda and then the rest, and the rest are Terrell, Fulton, and Henderson.
They're very close.
In what order?
I do think Terrell stands out a little bit more than the next 2. I truly do. People can disagree with me. You can disagree with me all day long. Just watch. Terrell is going to be better than the rest of them.
Like I said, I'll have more feedback on which one it is because I got all my letters out here, but I got to add up the numbers. To me, Terrell looks like the honest guy too, and I'm not just copying from the letters I got here. I got a lot of B pluses and A's.
Yeah, NFL coaches are beginning to like him as well too. So,
and from a good school too, Clemson.
Yeah,
I mean,
Clemson. They produce good products.
Yeah, Fulton. C.J. Henderson, the one thing that is a little iffy about me is his covering ability. Fantastic speed, but his coverage, I mean, that's where I get a little nervous. And then Fulton, of course, I mean, LSU is another good school. So I'm excited to see who goes where, what happens, and I'll let you guys know more of my feedback eventually. Michael will too. But that's really it for me. How about you?
That's it for me. We're going to be having mock drafts dropping soon, and just be ready for the
One
NFL
more
draft
video
show.
remains, the safety in 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Peace. The best is yet to come.